That's what. But you said pickleback? I would never drink pickleback. I don't like
Dude, picklebacks are wonderful.
I don't like pickles in general though. Why would I drink pickle juice?
Oh, Logan doesn't like pickles either. Dude, pickles are wonderful.
No, they're not.
Oh my god. I can't wait for Logan to come on and trash talk pickles along with you, and I'm just gonna be like, nah, dude, pickles are literally cucumbers soaked in vinegar. What's not to like?
I mean, alright, so if I have pickles on a sandwich, I can more or less just kind of like bite through them and not worry about them being there. It's like, okay, what? It's not like tomatoes. I hate tomatoes. I can deal with pickles more than tomatoes because I don't mind the taste, or as much I should say. Also, welcome to the podcast, everybody. I think Jeremy and I are nice and buzzed. So that's for the both of us at least.
I went from from 0 to like at least a good 6 real fast.
Yeah, I mean, I think I tried to go to 0 to 10 pretty quickly because I took 7 shots of vodka in like 10 minutes, but it hasn't hit me.
What kind of vodka was it?
It was Tito's.
Oh, Tito's is good.
Tito's is pretty good. That was the drunkest I've ever been, was off Tito's, and so now I'm trying to recreate that. I took 7 shots a couple nights ago, and I took 8 shots, I think, and I got really drunk. That was the night I went from like doubled over on the floor laughing to crying in my room, and then I became like wall punchingly angry.
Yeah, you texted me like something. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to like out you, but
yeah,
I was
like that. It sounds like I'm like about to kill somebody.
No, but I was on vacation at the time, and I just look at my phone. I wake up in the morning and I look at my phone at like 7:30 a.m. and I'm like, whoa, he had a rough night.
I really didn't have a rough night. After I punched my wall, and then I like slammed my fist on the ground, and I hurt my wrist, and that kind of like woke me up out of the anger, and I was like, okay, I was listening to Slipknot also, so I was big edgy 8th grade boy, and and then after I hurt myself, I kind of took myself out of it, and I was like, okay, well, that's it. I'm okay now.
I go to Gojira for all my edge these days.
Gojira's a good band. They're really.
I adore Gojira.
The more I listen to them, the more I understand what everyone likes about them. I'm not sure how much more of their new album you listen to, but I listened to I think The Cell
Slipknots, you mean?
Might be their.
You mean Gojira? Yeah. No, dude, I've listened to like literally everything they've made. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think The Cell is probably my favorite song off that album. Well, Stranded's really good too, but
Stranded's the first one I heard, and I was just like, that riff is like,
yeah, it's so different. It's so like industrial and like just weirdly different.
Industrial's a good word for it. If you haven't listened to Gojira and you like metal, go listen to Gojira, because I mean, okay, there's different genres of metal. Like Logan and I have discussed this, and I wish he was on right now so he could talk about this, but thrash is more my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Gojira is like very thrash at times. Logan's more of a melodic metal kind of guy, so
like Dream Theater. Well, I guess they're progressive metal.
He likes like I want to say like We Came as Romans, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, do you know that's a Michigan band? You know that?
Yeah,
They're from Detroit.
They're from Detroit, aren't? Yeah.
Friggin'.
There's some good Detroit bands like recently coming out. Like what the hell is Greta Van Fleet? I don't know why it took me so long to remember their name.
Oh, they're not really new, are they?
Yeah, they're pretty new.
Really?
I mean, they're newly popular anyway.
Oh, I guess that's true. Greta Van Fleet kicks ass. I love them.
Dude, they're young dudes. They're literally our age.
I know.
Like, one of my roommates like went to high school with them. Like, Like he used to go to soccer practice with them. Like that's how young they are.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you know it's funny. The one of the players in We Came as Romans left that band when it was still really young, and guess what band they joined? And then left promptly after that.
Walk the Moon.
Cougaran.
I hope I didn't clip the mic too bad with this.
I wish I was kidding. I really wish I was kidding, but I'm not.
Okay. So, some backstory for the audience, because literally only Zach and I probably know about this, but we went to... so there's this Detroit band called Cougaran. Nobody fucking knows them because nobody gives a shit.
They're not very good.
But Zach and I went to high school with one of their members. Should I say his name? I don't think I probably shouldn't.
No, his name was Gino. No one's gonna give a shit.
Okay, yeah, that's true. There's no fucking way he's gonna listen to this. But yeah, he was in the drum line with Zach, and he was kind of a...
He was nice enough. He was a
D-bag.
nice enough kid, but
he was nice, yeah, but like he kind of had his moments where he was like, "Yeah, I'm a rock star," and like you know it, and it was like, like I don't mean to brag, but like me and you are pretty solid musicians overall.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know.
I mean,
when he was like fucking like, and his brother like, there was that time we were playing like a pep assembly thing for this was in high school. We were playing a pep assembly for like an Oakland University basketball game, and I was on bass, and Nico, which is the lead guitarist and singer of Cougaran, he comes up to me and he is like, "So how long have you been playing bass?" And I'm like, at the time it was 6 years. I've been playing like 11 now, but I was like 6 years, and he looks at me and he goes, "I've been playing guitar for 6.5." And I was like, "Oh well."
I can hear his voice as he said that. Gino wasn't as bad as Nico in terms of like I'm so much better than everybody else, but
I am legend.
Gino was he wasn't that bad of a drummer either. And Nico's not that bad of a guitarist.
No, they're like, don't get me wrong, they're like talented dudes, but well, except Nico's singing.
Yeah, that's
yikes.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
but yeah, no, dude, like there's no doubt like they've got skill, but like I don't know, for them to be like, yeah, you guys fucking suck to us. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
we're fucking excellent, I must say. And you'll know that soon enough when we write our own music, which should happen eventually.
Yeah, I got the studio all, well, I shouldn't say all taken care of. I have a friend who has a studio, so he's going to let us use it. But yeah, we need to get Paul back on board for that also.
Oh, Paul's definitely on, like I've already talked to Paul. Paul is our, one of our friends. He's a fucking master guitarist.
Like he's...
Actually, can I talk about the way I met Paul real quick?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I can talk about the way I met Paul also.
So, it was freshman year of high school, and me and you were like in the upper bands in concert bands, and I heard from like the lower band, like there's this kid, like he played the solo from Eruption. Well, I guess Eruption is a solo, like the entire song is a solo, by Van Halen. Yeah. And, that was always like a legendary like song, like guitar solo, like holy shit. If anybody can play Eruption, then they're like godlike at guitar. So I heard this kid played Eruption for the entire class in one of the lower bands, and I was like, who is this kid? And somebody told me, oh, his name's Paul. And I'm like, oh, sweet. So I figured out who he was, and I was at lunch. I didn't have lunch with like anybody I knew at that point. So I saw this Paul kid just sitting there at a lunch table like by himself, and I was like, I think that's the guy. Like, that's the dude that could play Eruption. And I went and sat down by him, and I'm like, "Hey, I heard you played Eruption." And he was like, "Yeah." That's like literally all he said. He was just like, "Yep." I was like, "That's pretty impressive." And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "How long you been playing?" He was like, 1 year.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? You've been playing guitar for 1 year and you can already play Eruption.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
That's pretty nuts. Like, there are parts of Eruption that are like way overrated, like way easy to play. Like, tapping is not that hard.
Right.
Like, I didn't get that deep into guitar because I'm a bassist, but like I learned a little bit of tapping, and I learned like part of Eruption like in a couple of days. But like the rest of it, like it's still impressive to learn that after a year of being a guitarist. So
yeah, no, it really is. Like I met Paul remember when Tommy Clufetos came to the high school?
Yeah. So that's for the audience. That's one of the drummers who played for Ozzy Osbourne. He actually went to our high school.
He still is the drummer for Ozzy Osbourne, right? He's the
yeah. Well, I mean,
not they're
like. Yeah, like I don't. Do they even tour anymore?
I think they still play. He's not their only drummer, but he like there have been different drummers in the past, obviously, because he's not that old. But now he's the drummer, and he came in, and we did this like thing where like he played. It was for like the whole school or whatever. He played Iron Man on the drums, and it was with these other kids that played the guitar and shit. And then we played like. I wanted to play drums really badly, but obviously that was kind of taken. Paul was playing guitar too, and our band teacher at the time was trying to explain to Paul how to play Iron Man, like in conjunction with these like trumpets and flutes and shit like that. And then I'll never forget, Paul just like looked at him, he was like, what are you talking about? Like to describe Paul is probably like the most unassuming guy you'll ever meet. Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
He's the most mellow, quiet kid who literally will like, when everyone else is talking, he'll just be like reading a book by himself in the corner. That's what Paul would do. You would never think this kid could fucking make a guitar or just weep like Paul can. Like he's so gifted. Like I've been taking guitar lessons for probably like 2 months now, I'm gonna say, maybe like 3. And the fact that Paul was at the level he was after only 1 year, that is just that proves that there is such a thing as like being a natural at something and just naturally getting something. Like I feel like I feel like that was kind of like that was the way I was with drumming. I feel like I feel like I picked up drumming quicker than most do, and when I was learning it, and I like you said, I'm pretty well rounded. I wouldn't say I'm like a super fucking god tier drummer. I wish I was. That's my goal though, is to be like, my goal is to be like, if I ever have to do a drum off with somebody, I want to either win the drum off or make it a really tough choice between who won. I never want to lose. Yeah. Like I never want to be like just flat out blown out of the water. That's like, I want to get to the point where it's like nobody can ever do that to me. It's like regardless of who you are in the world, I just want to be not so good that I can maybe like be better than you, but just so like I don't get destroyed. But anyway, that's beside the point. But yeah, we were talking about Paul. Yeah. So Paul he's this ridiculous guitar player. Like I was like, it's so weird because like I said, I'm taking lessons right now, and it's just like the amount of and Paul is one of those guitar players where he doesn't just like memorize like songs and play power chords by ear and shit. Like he knows like a bunch of theory. And like I remember one time at band camp. I literally me and Paul were friends at this point, and I just saw him sitting like by his dorm by himself, and I was like, "What you doing, Paul?" And he's just like, "Oh, just writing theory." I just looked down at this notebook he's got. He's writing a bunch of like he wrote his own musical staff, and he's just like writing a bunch of guitar notes. I'm just like, "Okay, you do you, Paul." And like I remember when we were practicing for the Pep Assembly band, he was in with us. He just like, I didn't really know how good of a guitar player Paul was, but then he started playing Stranglehold by Ted Nugent just like as a warm up, and I was like, "You're so awesome, Paul."
Yeah, dude. No, Paul and I, like, I didn't know this until, like, years later, but we went to the same lesson teacher. Like, my bass teacher was his guitar teacher. And, I remember there was this time when my lesson teacher was telling me, yeah, dude, I can't get anybody to learn jazz, like, because he was starting to teach me, like, jazz scales and stuff for bass. And he was like, yeah, I can't get literally any of my students except for one to learn jazz. I later found out years later that he was talking about Paul. And I was like, holy shit, like, this was literal. I think that was like 2 or 3 years before I even met Paul. My lesson teacher was talking about him, like he was like this prodigal, like, guitar player.
Yeah, like Paul he doesn't really play like the stuff that everyone else plays. He plays the stuff that nobody plays. Like he can play like all like the Metallica shit and like the like the Ted like Ted Nugent, like Carlos Santana. Like he can play that like no problem. But he prefers to play like gypsy jazz and stuff like that. Like just weird, really, really technical, like methodical music that it's really hard. And like Paul is just he's amazing. And now that I play guitar with him, I feel like, or I play guitar too, I feel like we'd have more to talk about because I couldn't really talk with him about drums, but now we can talk about guitar, and he could probably help me learn. Actually, now that I think of it,
I bet he could. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I really like Paul. He's such a good kid.
He is.
But yeah, I'm super excited. We're gonna be jamming with him, and we're gonna be writing our own music, and I'm so excited that like. Honestly, I was kind of worried about like coming home so early from the military. It's like I'm gonna be really, like I'm just gonna be not doing a whole lot for a couple months here, but like I think before school starts. But then I was like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a lot of time and energy into like doing stuff I want to do, like for the first time in my life. I feel like because
that's what I've been doing lately, and it's just been fucking wonderful. I gotta say, like,
I know,
it's so much fun.
Like I really like I've never had the time or the money to just completely go after stuff that I think is fun and that I get to do, like record and write music with my friends, or just make dumb fucking videos, So I'm really, really excited to do all that. And with Paul, it's gonna be awesome. Jeremy, I forgot to show you. Remember that thing I sent you? A little bit ago about
the t-shirt.
The thing with the picture. With the shirt. Sorry, we're a little bit drunk right now. I want to read it for the audience.
I'll put the image on screen.
Okay, I was gonna say I sent I was like, what the hell was it?
This shit's so stupid. I've got it pulled up on my phone right now. It's so goddamn stupid.
Oh yeah, it's in the group chat. There we go. It's like, so I didn't make this, but like. I was looking for whatever reason, I was looking for a shirt that said Hammer of the Gods, like from Led Zeppelin. And
oh shit, dude, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to find that. I couldn't find that shirt though. I might need to make one myself. But
do it.
I came across this shirt that reads, "God made cops like me, so firefighters, cops need heroes too."
How is that? You were so right when you said, how is that supposed to be read? Like, what does that mean?
I thought I was missing something, so I sent it to Jeremy, and I was like, am I like being autistic right now? Like, am I like...
No.
Like, can I like just like...
Absolutely
can
not.
I not read this properly? Like, am I just being stupid? And, I no disrespect to anybody that is autistic, but like, I'm sorry, but like, I was so confused as to like how this could be read. Like, God made cops... Okay, so I feel like the sentence is supposed to be like, God made cops like me, so firefighters. Like, what the? I don't even know.
I don't know, dude. Whoever made that, clearly English was not their first language.
I want to read the reviews. I gotta find it. I want to read the reviews of this shirt. Okay,
please do.
If it has any reviews, let's see.
I hope so.
Let's see. Please. Nope, 0 customer reviews. I'm gonna write a review right now, actually.
Please do. Live on the podcast, review of God's Needs Cops, Firefighters 2 Needs. That's what it said, right?
No, not even close. What is this shirt
Okay.
supposed to say? I'm so confused. It's scared. Frowny face. Perfect.
There we go. Somebody will explain it clearly, obviously.
Yeah, I had to put a headline, so I just put the headline as "Wow." That's what I wrote. Yeah, the God made cops like me, so firefighters, cops need heroes too.
Okay, I was pretty damn close. You got my ad-libbing back just like 5 seconds ago. That was pretty damn close, I gotta say.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad. Yeah, absolutely. What kind of song do you want to make when we actually get time in the studio? 'Cause I want to make music, man.
I do too. No, dude, I picked up my bass like actually yesterday for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
And I've been looking up like some tutorials to like speed up my playing a little bit. And holy shit, like my playing like is already sped up like quite a bit. Nobody can see this, but I'm doing weird like bass finger motions right now. I don't know why I'm doing this. But but I'm really excited because like I was playing this. So back when I was in college, I was in the percussion ensemble. I probably talked about this before, but I played bass in the percussion ensemble, and there was this bass line in the song "What About Me" by Snarky Puppy. If you've ever heard that,
Snarky Puppy rocks.
Oh, they're so good. But although everybody like people don't like them because like it's pretentious to like them. Apparently,
I feel like Snarky Puppy is like kind of like you're like I'm a jazz student. I don't listen to Metallica. I listen to Snarky Puppy. Like I feel like that's kind of
yeah. Well, it's true, but at the same time, like whatever.
Yeah, they rock.
Fuck
I love Snarky Puppy.
They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'll say I love them.
So the song "What About Me," there was this part in it that I couldn't play because it was too goddamn fast, and I could never get it right. But it just was kind of covered up by the rest of the percussion ensemble because it was like whatever. Like you could hear me all the time in percussion ensemble. Not to brag or anything, but I was pretty good. No, but but like I'd always turn my amp up enough so that people could hear me, and that part like I just could not play it. But like today, like I've been working on these exercises for the past 2 days, and I've been doing for a couple hours a day. And today I tried that line again, and for the first time, like literally ever, I played it perfectly, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" This was 2 days of practice, like just practicing like these like bass rudiments that I was just able to like do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that my playing's gonna get a lot better if I just keep doing like random like warm up shit every time.
Yeah, I've been thinking about taking drum lessons again, but I figure like I just like the reason I don't want to is because I'm like I don't think I can learn from anybody that's not my old teacher because I had the same teacher for like I think almost over 10 years and he was just the one that like just understood me the most and just like I understood him the most and he was just super cool. And so I would take lessons again. I'm just worried that I'm not going to be able to enjoy them because they're not my teacher, you know, so like but I want to take lessons again. I want to keep getting better at drums. I'm going to when I get home. I'm gonna buy new drum heads for all my drums, and I'm gonna retune them. And I'm just gonna go like crazy hard in the practice. I'm gonna try to get really good because like I like this. Like I have an electric kit right now because like I couldn't bring my drums from Michigan, obviously, but I'm gonna give it back to my friend that I got it from, and I'm not gonna send it home. Because I feel like my drum set is too nice that I have to be ignored, so I don't want to use the electric kit. Even though like I don't really care for electric kits, I like acoustic kits better. But I'm sorry if this podcast is just a bunch of drunken rambling, because that's what it sounds like to me.
No, dude, this is like all music talk. This is good.
Yeah, this is
The joys of music. That's what our Instagram says we talk about, the joys of music. So
we really do talk about the joys of music, and music is awesome. But moral of the story, I'm going to get better at drums, I promise. And you'll hear it when we make music. And I'm so excited because I met this guy who's like a sound engineer. He's like a super accomplished sound engineer. Like he's like I said, like celebrities go into like the fuck. I mean, I guess he's not very much a celebrity anymore. But Dax Shepard was in his studio like a couple days ago, just like hanging out.
Yeah.
And so he's a really cool dude too. Like I met him at Olivia Millerson's party, who we still need to get on this podcast for FC.
Yes, she's definitely going to be on.
Yeah, I'm gonna text her
at some
I'm gonna
point.
text her right now. Actually, see if she wants to be down or be on next week. Actually, I'll text her later. I can't compose a sentence right now. But yeah, he's a drummer also, and we just sat in Olivia's bed and just like gushed about drums for like 30 minutes. He showed me all of his drum kits and the one that's like his favorite, and we just talked about
What
it.
is it with? Can I ask? What is it with Olivia and having strangers like sit on her bed?
Well, I mean, let's not take this out of context.
No, not out of context, but like, okay. So the very first time I met Olivia, you asked me, "Hey, do you want to be in a music video?" And I said, like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And I didn't know who Olivia was at the time, but for those of you who don't know, Olivia Millerson is she's getting decently big. Like, wouldn't you say?
Like big in the body. She has been putting on some weight, I will say.
No, not. God damn it, no.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Olivia's super skinny.
She's very skinny, but yeah, no, she's getting like she was on America's Got Talent. She didn't get super far. She got to like the second round.
I think she got farther than that, but the producers sabotaged that group, which is why I don't care about those talent shows anymore, because they're all producer ran. Like there's so much. I'm about to expose the fuck out of America's Got Talent right now. So like, I guess how it worked was like, so Olivia had this group. It was like her, our other friend Matt, and their friend Sammy, and they had this trio. Like Matt played the cajon, which is like a hand drum. Olivia played the ukulele, and she sang, and Sammy played the guitar, right? And so they played these songs that sounded really good with that trio of instruments. But then the producers rather, who didn't like their act, they just didn't like it. It wasn't interesting enough, I guess. They had like made them play songs that would like not sound good with that style of group at all. They played Fat Bottom Girls by Queen because the producers made them. And then that was what got them kicked off, because it just didn't sound good. I mean, it sounded good, but it just was weird. And the judges were like, why would you play this song? And apparently Olivia like begged to not play that song, but they were like, nope, you're playing it. It's too late. So fuck America's Got Talent, and fuck that entire organization, because it's complete bullshit and it's not true. And I don't like the fact that, we have 4 famous people who honestly like what the fuck does Howie Mandel do? I mean, I know he's a comedian, I guess, but or not Howard Stern. I meant like that guy has no fucking talent. Like Heidi Klum is a model, and like only person
I think didn't Howard Stern do a podcast or some shit?
He did a radio show, but like only person I would say is good enough to judge talent is probably Mel B, because she was in the Spice Girls. So it's like, I guess maybe, but like at the same time, talent is so subjective. So it's like, I don't know. Anyway, but that's beside the point. We got derailed. You're talking about Olivia and on her bed and people.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Olivia's like a kind of up and coming pop artist. She's been around for a bit, but
she's super good.
Yeah, she's honestly like, I think we've mentioned this before, but I'm not super into pop. Neither are you. But like, I listen to her shit and I'm like, damn, like this is legitimately really good.
Oh yeah, even if I wasn't like a friend of hers, I would still probably listen to it and be like, yeah, this is different. This is just really interesting.
So the first time I met Olivia, like you randomly asked me, hey, do you want to be in a music video? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I thought that I was coming to like play bass, like for just like a random group, like just to be in their music video for them. So like I agreed, and I was like, so like what am I supposed to be doing here? And like you told me like, oh, we're gonna be in this girl who goes to our high school's music video, and I was like, okay. He was like, yeah. You were like, yeah, Matt knows her, and like she's really cool and all that. And I was like, all right, whatever. And so like one of the scenes we filmed at her house, like probably like 5 minutes after I met her, was like sitting on her bed, and she was like doing like our nails and stuff.
That was one of my favorite memories of high school. That probably was like top 3 favorite memories of that time in my life. Just yeah, because like the scene was like a slumber party, and yeah, like she was like you and Matt were lying on her bed, like reading like Teen People magazine, and she was like painting my nails, and we were like, oh, it looks beautiful, and like that was just like one of the scenes, and like yeah, like but yeah, that was so fucking fun. That entire day was great because we started filming in her house. Remember we had that shot where like we all ran up her stairs and stuff like that, and yeah, then we went to her room, and we were like doing like the makeover and like the slumber party, the slumber party and stuff like that, and then we went to the restaurant and filmed, which was so, in hindsight, it was so fucked up. We went to this place called Miguel's Cantina because the music, the song was like a Mexican style song, and so we went to a Mexican location, which is this really Mexican restaurant called Miguel's Cantina, namely, and we had. The more I tell this story to people, the more fucked up I realize it is. Like,
oh yeah, like a little bit, yeah.
We had to. So the costumes we were in, we were in sombreros, ponchos, fake mustaches. I had a trumpet, and we were just. I remember the room. Wait, what'd you say?
I had the keyboard that I failed to pretend to play.
And then the room we were like rented out to film in, it was like not ready yet, so we had to just sit at the bar with all these real Mexicans looking at us in like full costumes, like full sombrero, like poncho, mustache. Like I'll never forget that. It was so like it was so scary in the moment. It was so funny in hindsight. Like, and then And then we filmed that, and then we had this scene where we like jumped into her car, we were jamming out there, and then that was the day that I became.
I remember that night specifically because like my mom really wanted me to come home. She was like, "What's taking so long? Like, when are you gonna get home?" And I remember it was close to Christmas time, and that was 2013, so that was when the Wii U was coming out, and my mom like had gotten me a Wii U for Christmas, and I knew that was going to happen, but like she told me like, you know, if you don't come home on time, I'm not going to give you your Wii U for Christmas. And I was like, fuck dude, like we gotta hurry this up.
Oh, that's so fucked up. I would if you don't stop hanging out with your friends, I'm not going to give you your Christmas present. Like, come on, fucking let's go. Like,
dude, you don't get to hang out with a semi-famous like girl and be in her music video like every single day, you know?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite memories, like easily of my entire life. The venue,
honestly, like, wait, keep going.
I was gonna say the venue she was gonna play in Seattle, but that show got canceled because the venue owners were just so shitty. But the venue was a really big, nice venue. Like I would have loved to see Olivia play there, but
yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, but what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, we've talked about this before, but like our lives are weird. Like the amount of like weird stuff we've been exposed to. Like we got to play with one of the fucking drummers for Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath. And then we got to be in a music video of a girl who's like now like semi-famous. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, a lot of
Why does this podcast not have hundreds of thousands of viewers already? What's going on? Like, speed it up, guys.
Yeah, speed it up. Exactly. We're gonna go see NSP in Chicago, and I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, we are. We got VIP tickets to go see NSP.
Yeah, I saw Game Grumps live recently, as you know, and like I literally realized I could have gotten a Q&A session for like an hour, but I didn't know they were VIP tickets until like I got to the door where they're getting scanned, and And I was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
But luckily I noticed that we have VIP tickets for NSP, so
Yeah.
you know what we should do? You know how they always take pictures like in front of the venue, like in the morning? We should go to the venue like in the morning time and see if we can catch them there and be like, hey, we're your biggest fans. I'm just kidding. Let's not do that.
Shit, I was gonna say we gotta be there early then.
And I was kidding. Well, we have to be there early anyway because we get to be in an hour early, which means we're gonna get a sick spot in the pit, which I'm super excited for. Like we're gonna be probably the closest we can be. Yeah, I'm super glad I snagged these tickets when I got them.
You know why I'm the most excited for that? Because like that's the stadium, the exact stadium that I saw Rush in.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the only time I ever saw Rush. And they don't play a lot of shows now because God, what's their drummer's name? Why can I not remember
Neil Peart.
right now? Neil Peart. Neil Peart like has like super bad arthritis apparently.
I can believe that.
From fucking slamming it on the drums for years. And I saw them live in that exact arena in Chicago in like 2010 with my dad. And then when Danny said, oh, we're going to be playing an arena show at this theater, I was like, holy fuck. Like, I saw Rush there when I was a kid, and like Rush is Danny's favorite band. So to go see NSP there of all places is just super cool for me because it's like this is Danny. This is the place that I saw Danny's favorite band play, and I'm gonna see NSP play here too. So
yeah, that's
super cool for me.
It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be able to talk to him and ask questions. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun being in. I like Chicago. That's a pretty cool town. We should go there and just like spend a few days there. Like maybe if Logan can't, if he can't like hang out, I don't know. Maybe we should get there like a day early and just like hang out in Chicago and eat some of those street vendor hot dogs you love so much. I know you love them so much. So
they're pretty good.
Yeah, they are pretty good. But yeah, we'll go there. And I'm super excited about that. That's gonna be fantastic. That'll be like right as I'm coming home from Europe after I go see my friend Solano and Jake, my brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're going to do that.
Yeah. And then
when are you going to do that?
August, I think, is when I'm going to go see them because my friend Solano is going to Qatar to deploy in September, like late September. So I got to be there pretty quick. And then before you know it, it'll be next year, and you and I will be in the streets of Tokyo causing mischief.
I'm excited. I hope. Let's hope that I have a fucking job by then. God damn.
You'll figure it out, and you'll be able to go with us. And Fulton's gonna come too, which is the plan so far, and that's gonna be awesome. I just want to travel with my friends. I feel like everybody got to travel with their friends. Like I see all these pictures of people on Instagram. They're like in Israel, they're in Iceland, like Asia, Japan, all these places. And I'm like, where do you guys find the money to do this? Like. I have like
and the time.
Like I got like a full-time job in the Air Force, and like I have the money to do it. But I was like, when I was like, if I was a college student, I wouldn't have this much money. Like, oh my goodness, you guys must have been saving everything you had. So it's like, I don't understand how they do it, but like they do it somehow.
I was lucky that I got to go to San Francisco with Logan this past February.
You know, you better widen your horizons there because we got bigger fish to fry. And by fish, I mean sushi.
I remember going through the San Francisco airport with Logan and seeing flights to Tokyo and being like, God damn, that must be so cool to be going from here to Tokyo. Like,
well, it's gonna be us, dude. We're gonna catch a flight to Tokyo. We're gonna be playing our Nintendo Switches the entire way, I reckon. God, I'm so drunk right now. This is not. No one wants to hear about our travel plans. But,
yes, they do. They're excited. They're just as excited as we are.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm super excited to stick. I'm super excited to actually start college. Like I feel like so much of I'm gonna get like a lot of my childhood back. As weird as that sounds, because like the instant I turned 18, like I had to leave. Like. I turned 18 April of 2015, and then that September I was leaving for boot camp. And so
Yeah.
I did not get to be a kid for very long at all, really. I mean, I guess I got to be a kid, but like not like an independent kid, so to speak. Like, so
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what these opportunities have in store. But
I'm glad you get to do that, like, close to home. I mean, not that it was a good experience for me to go to college not close to home. Well, I mean, I was close, but not as close. But like, I'm glad you get to do it in like a familiar place, because that'll be cool.
Yeah, it will be cool. And I'm thinking you and I should stop at Burgers the first day I'm home, and we can plot our next move from there. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
We need to get Ethan and Matt on this podcast also. They would be fucking fantastic on here. I'm gonna text. I'm gonna text them as well as Olivia tonight. And
I wish we could find that old podcast we recorded with Ethan and Matt.
it's probably in Matt's computer somewhere back in Michigan.
Oh, it has to be. I don't remember like anything about that podcast except talking about how I didn't like Superman.
I remember beer. We were talking about beer because Ethan was like, beer is very good. And then Matt put the echo on it.
Matt put like some reverb on it, and we thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Not actually that hard to do, and I could do that now, but...
Can you do it right now in this voice that I'm speaking right now? Put the reverb on. I'm making you do extra
Okay.
work.
I'm going to put reverb on this voice right now.
And make me end this podcast because I have to go get some water because I'm getting a headache and I don't want to be hungover tomorrow.
Yeah, I have to piss really bad. This is a little bit of shorter podcast, but it's all right. Like, we're super drunk and we covered a lot of shit. So
yeah. I'm going to go watch.
Sorry.
After this, I'm going to turn on Lord of the Rings and probably cry a whole bunch. So get ready for that.
Sorry that we've been gone for a little while. I don't know fucking why, but we haven't been able to get together to make one of these. Logan wants to be on again. He said that once he's back in Chicago, he'll be good to go. But
absolutely,
he's currently at his girlfriend's sister's bridal bachelorette party or whatever the fuck. So that's pretty cool. So you'll probably hear Logan on in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely.
With us again.
You'll probably hear me and Jeremy also in the near future, and you're going to hear more about our plans for music. And let's plan our trip to Tokyo in the next podcast. How about that? We'll plan our Japan trip. I'll crunch the numbers. We'll go over the place, and we'll go over how we're going to stay there. Yeah, we'll plan it all, and we'll force the viewers to listen to us plan and do a lot of boring shit on the podcast, which is supposed to be funny. And we'll probably throw some music talk in there also.
That's going to be a really exciting podcast, I'm thinking.
Yeah, let's record it tomorrow.
Are you ready?
Mind free. I forgot we were talking about Chris Angel before this. Did you ever watch Chris Angel, Mind Freak?
Absolutely. I watched it with my mom, actually.
Yeah, so did I. I remember the episode I liked a lot was like... he was talking about the secrets of, like, superhuman strength, and, like, he was like... Today, I'll be uncovering the secrets of superhuman strength. And as he says that, he like lights a match and throws the match in his mouth and just like, and then it just, and then it just like cuts to black, and then the music starts like, just like, I am mind free. Dude, that song was a banger. That song got me hype. Yeah, that song got me hype as fuck when I was a little kid, dude. Oh my god, that was amazing. He like lights himself on fire. Just, it's like yells right in the camera's face.
Oh. He fucking buries himself alive.
Oh, that episode gave me anxiety. That was hard to watch.
Yeah, same.
That episode gave me like hella anxiety. It was like, I don't know how I was like worried every episode because like I actually watched an episode of Mind Freak with Matt. Me and Matt were like freaking out of our minds, and Jake was just like, "What are you guys worried about? He's gonna be fine." We're like, "No, we don't know that." We were like,
"We don't know that."
It was the episode where he got buried alive because like That was like, I don't know how he did that one, because he like actually like emerged like from the ground and just like he was like taking a deep breath of air. Like that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that shit was scary.
There was the episode where he pushed down the tree and lifted the car and shit. I'm gonna send you all these on YouTube later after this is over. But anyway,
Please do. I gotta watch it.
I gotta go. I gotta go take a drink of water. I'm gonna have a hangover if I don't.
I gotta piss something fierce. So
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Yep. Take care, everybody. Next time. Hooray!
Oh yeah.